Hi everyone, and welcome to this edition of the North Andover Journal. We're your hosts,
Ron Carpenito
and Morgan Healy, back together again to bring you our end of the year holiday special.
Exciting.
So exciting.
It
Ron,
is.
How was your Christmas?
It was wonderful. We had a lot of fun, a lot of family fun. My daughter got a piano, so we're all excited about that.
So we were just talking about the piano thing off
Right.
screen a little bit. We want to know if you guys think there's a difference. You can just comment below if you want to here on Facebook, between a keyboard and playing on an actual piano. All you musicians out there,
I'm sure we're going to hear from you.
we want to hear from you. We were just discussing this topic.
Right.
So was Santa good to you?
Santa was good to me. I got an awesome pair of socks. Yeah, I know. I was really good this year.
That is really good. You know what? It has been so cold. Socks
It has
sound
been.
perfect.
And these are great socks. They go like, 25 below zero type socks. So my
Love
feet
it.
are always cold. So I don't know. Can you relate? I have cold feet.
That is a common thing
Isn't it?
I'm seeing, yes.
Yeah.
But
I also got some nice suits, though. So.
is this one of them?
No, but I do live in my blue blazer.
He does.
Yes.
He does.
I do.
He is a real estate agent. He's always dressed up,
yeah.
looking tip-top.
Well, thank you. And how about you? Was Santa good to you?
Santa was very good to me. I actually got a street bike this year, which was cool. So,
Awesome.
not to be confused with the ones that kids rode around in, when we were kids and the pegs on the back. It's not one of those.
Right. So
It's-
did you go out in the snow and try it like you would if you were 10 years old?
So it was actually fairly nice the other day. I did take it for a ride. It's really great. I'm going to be riding it hopefully miles and miles and miles this spring and summer. I can't wait to get out.
Good for you. It's going to be
So it's awesome. We have
Yeah.
a lot of great stuff in store for you instead of just us recapping our personal lives. So we'll get back to it, even though I know you guys are interested to hear. For our last show of the year, we would like to look back on some of our favorite segments from 2017. For our first clip, we're going all the way back to Valentine's Day at the Stevens Memorial Library. As a part of a statewide movement, our local library collected love letters from its patrons to bring to legislators on Beacon Hill to show just how important libraries are in local communities. Let's hear some of those letters read by our library staff.
This is from Benjamin. I like to play with the fun games on the tables in the children's room.
This is what Holly said about why she loves her library. I love that my library still has CDs and DVDs available.
This one is from preschoolers Zoe and Romy. They love the library because we have supplied their family with thousands of bedtime stories over the years, and they are so grateful for this treasure of our town.
From one of our dads, Brian. Very friendly staff, quiet, lots of computers. My son can do his homework. Lots of variety for books and movies.
This Valentine is from Rebecca. When I walk into the library, a feeling of peace comes over me. I slow down, I think about all the wonderful books waiting for me to choose from.
This is from Colin, a young patron, because I can have a quiet spot to do my homework. They have movies too.
Jennifer writes, she loves the library because there's fun activities, new books to read, and the best librarians and museum passes. They go every week, and this at-home parent would be lost without the library.
This is why Samantha loves her library. You can learn lots of stuff from nonfiction.
Madison A. Her message to the library is, Stevens Memorial Library has so many wonderful books. A book is like a dream you hold in your hand.
Aaron's Valentine says, I can check out as many items, books, movies, audiobooks as I want. Free!
This is from young Molly, who says, love my library. It has good books, and we have dog reading. I love my library because they have activities.
And this one is from Julia R. Everyone is so friendly and nice. The library is one of my favorite places.
From Helene, great selections of new books, reference materials, helpful staff, can always get books for me from the consortium.
This Valentine reads, great idea with the wrapped books.
This is why Jennifer loves her library, because it's amazing.
Well, back in January, we caught up with Michelle Shea, the administrator and creator of the Buy Nothing North Andover Facebook page. She told us all about how she got involved with the Buy Nothing project and what it's all about.
So my family was visiting my brother and sister-in-law for Thanksgiving, and they're out in Seattle, Washington. And they don't drink coffee, and my family drinks coffee, and my sister-in-law said, okay, I have an idea. So she went to her Buy Nothing group and she posted an ask for a coffee maker to borrow for 1 week. So she was able to get several responses of people very more than willing to lend her a coffee maker. And so we swung by the house and she had this great conversation with the woman. And then she had a coffee maker for a week. And I said, "What was that? That was so cool. You have to tell me more about this about this Facebook page." So she explained a little bit about it. And she said, look, you can ask for things, you can receive things if you're in need, you can gift things. And at that point, I was so excited that I went to, it's called buynothingproject.org. And you can look up under locations to see if your community is already involved. And disappointingly enough, North Andover was not involved yet. So I made it a mission to start a group in North Andover. And that's how I became the admin. The thing that distinguishes Buy Nothing from other free recycling sites is that it really focuses on giving where you live. So that's the hyper-local gifting part, where the communities are broken up into very small geographic locations. Another really unique quality about the Buy Nothing project is that it really challenges us to get away from the monetary value of things. So for instance, if I have like a lamp that I would like to gift to someone, I wouldn't really post something like, I have a $25 lamp that I'm giving away for free. Instead, I might say something like, I have this really cool purple lamp with glitter, and my daughter just received another lamp, and she sort of outgrew it. Does anyone want it? So it's really about, taking away the money aspect and freeing your mind of what value may attached to it monetarily. And so it's really about the generosity that the gifter feels by giving and the appreciation and gratitude that the person who's receiving the gift is feeling. So it's less about the stuff and more about the giving. So you can also ask for something as well, which I did right before I came here. And I'll share with you that I just bought a bouquet of flowers for my friend's housewarming party. And I don't have a vase, so I just posted on the site if anyone has a vase. It's good to explain the background and be transparent. So I said I need it for my flowers for my friend's housewarming party. And so I'm hoping I'll get a response before it. But it could be something as simple as that, or it could be something like I really need a ride to the hospital. I need to visit a friend, and I don't have a car. So there's a lot of different levels of asking, and you instill a trust in your community to be able to really reach out and give you support and not be embarrassed of what you're asking for. In terms of gifting, there was this really neat gift on the site. This woman during the summer had a lot of raspberries in her backyard, and so she put on the site that there's a lot of raspberries that are ripe and ready for picking, so if anyone would like to come by and pick raspberries, feel free. So she said she got a lot of responses, and the people who came brought their kids, and they had tea, and so they made an event just off of the simple fact that she gave a gift. So that's really what the project is about, is like the initial contact through being generous and then seeing where it goes from there. So if you want to be a Buy Nothing member and you're a resident of North Andover, you can do a search on Facebook for Buy Nothing North Andover, and the group should pop up. And as soon as you're added as a member, it's requested that you send a personal message to me, Michelle Shea, through Facebook Messenger to verify the closest crossroads that you live. That way, it's just a way to verify that you actually do live in North Andover. So you can meet people who are members of this Facebook group who are in your direct community. And you may be picking something up that they're gifting, and you may find out you have a common connection, like your son is in the same school as their daughter, or even the same class, or they may be on the same swim team. And this is really one of the initiatives that they really wanted to promote, is this bonding of people in your direct community, and then you can develop friendships and relationships through the gifting process.
On March 16th, we headed on over to Rolling Ridge Retreat and Conference Center here in town for a meet and greet with the new executive director, Lawrence J., who has now been on the job for almost a full year. Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Lawrence J., and I'm the new executive director here at Rolling Ridge Retreat and Conference Center in North Andover, Massachusetts. I've been here at Rolling Ridge for about 2 months, actually exactly 2 months today, March 15th. I started January 15th, and I come all the way from California, the San Francisco area. My first 2 months have been a wonderful experience. It's been a smooth transition to the Rolling Ridge community, as well as to here into North Andover and the Merrimack Valley. The staff here is wonderful, definitely extending hospitality to myself as well as to all the guests that come and find retreat and renewal here within our facility. In California, I worked at Redwood Glen, another camp and conference center over in Loma Mar, California, which is in the Santa Cruz area. And prior to that, I was a pastor in the San Francisco, California area. One of the things I'm hoping to bring to Rolling Ridge is to continue the spirit of hospitality, but to also to expand our programming that reaches out to a larger spiritual community that is looking to seek for truth, justice, and understanding, and for peace in the midst of this chaotic world in which we currently live. With the political chaos that is going on, one of the things that Rolling Ridge is going to be focusing on this summer is our 7th annual Peace Conference. July 22nd and 23rd, we're going to be looking at what it means to speak out and listen deep and find spiritual grounding for political action. We've got Dr. Robert Jonas, who's going to be our main keynote speaker, along with workshops and other interfaith peace activities that will be organized here at Rolling Ridge. So for more information, check us out at rollingridge.org, rollingridge.org for more information on our 7th annual Peace Conference. Thanks.
Well, this October, North Andover experienced one of the biggest storms in recent history, causing for some residents a week-long power outage that made us realize just how lucky we are to have a modern electrical grid.
This is what most of North Andover woke up to on Monday, October 30th, as a pre-Halloween storm brought in heavy rains and winds gusting up to 70 miles an hour. Many trees were brought down by the gale force winds. Those trees, in turn, brought down power lines, knocking out service to most North Andover residents. The storm, born of the remnants of Hurricane Philippe, came in late Sunday night and gave the area a pretty good belting. Sources told North Andover Cam that 95% of the town's residents had lost power. The restoration work has continued over the last few days following the storm. Some estimates put the completion timeline over several days. Though the blackouts did cause their share of inconvenience, some local residents took the whole thing in stride.
People get all upset when the power's out, but it does give you a perspective as to how people lived 200 years ago. You know, life slows down a little bit, but you know, people get frustrated. But you know, putting things in perspective, when you think about what happened down in Puerto Rico, you know, we lost power for about 48 hours, and they've been without power for a month, you know, maybe more. And actually, there's a lot of people without power still. So putting things in perspective gives you an appreciation for what we already have.
I personally very much enjoyed having the power out because it just kind of felt like the whole world slowed down for a bit. I mean, like, literally there was a lot of, it was stressful for a lot of people. But, you know, being younger, it kind of means that, oh, look, no school. So I just got to hang out with people. You could see the stars because there wasn't as much light pollution. And it just felt like it was a nice opportunity to connect with people without technology in the way.
We had been without power for approximately the last day and a half. We have 3 kids, 2 teenagers, and 1 8-year-old. And so it was a little stressful because we had no way to cook anything. So we ended up spending quite a bit of money on takeout. But other than that, the power did come back on today, and that was really great, with the exception of having to throw everything out in the fridge. But in the grand scheme of things, we were all safe. Nobody was injured. No trees fell on our home. So I really have nothing to complain about.
Power was out in our North Andover Cam studio located at North Andover High School for all of Monday and part of Tuesday. The high school wasn't the only school building in town affected by the outages, as the entire district canceled classes for Monday and Tuesday. The hazardous conditions arising from the storm also put a dent in the plans of local trick-or-treaters. Citing concerns about youngsters walking in the streets in the midst of fallen debris, the town decided to hold its official trick-or-treating period on Saturday, November 4th, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. The power outages also caused several million gallons of raw sewage to be dumped into the Merrimack River, as the Greater Lawrence Sanitary District Sewage Treatment Plant was without power for 13 hours. Town manager Andrew Mailer said on Tuesday there was no immediate threat to residents, and that the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection will be looking into the matter. Utility crews are hard at work restoring power in those parts of town still affected by the outages. The utilities are also continually updating their outage maps as more areas are restored. To see the latest outage map, you can visit www.nationalgridus.com.
This year, we teamed up with the Merchants Association for a new segment called Merchant of the Month, in which we highlight a local business every month of the calendar year. Let's take a quick look back and see some of those great merchants here in North Andover.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Merchant of the Month. I'm Dawn Pease with the North Andover Merchants Association, and today I'm with David Steinberg, principal of RCG, and we're at the leasing offices for RCG at 21 High Street in North Andover. And today I'm sitting with Mike Zanakis of Takis Pizza. And today I'm at 85 Main Street in North Andover at Danny K with owner Jamie Sloan. Jean, it's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So can you tell me about what goes on here? Tell me about this wonderful place. And today I'm at Ed Petty Photography Studio and Gardens with Ed and Linda Petty. Can you give me the history behind Ed Petty Photography Studio and Gardens? Debbie, what you do is absolutely amazing. There's so much to it. Can you give me a brief history of your business?
Yeah, I've been in business for 41 years.
Hi everybody, I'm here at 546 Turnpike Street in North Andover with Jane Malafont, the owner of Dog City. How and when did you start this business? What drove you to do this?
I started Dog City in 1988.
I'm Dawn Pease with the North Andover Merchants Association, and I'm here today at 530 Turnpike Street at Salem 5 with Mike Masano and Lois McGinnis. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Dawn.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
At Stop and Shop in North Andover with store manager Don Mondi. I'm here today at 19 High Street in North Andover at Good Day Cafe with Kathy Santoro, who is the owner. So Kathy, how long have you been in North Andover, and how long have you been part of the Merchants Association? Like I said, we're here at 350 Willow Street in North Andover at Consignment Bridal and Prom, here with Jeannie Bianchi. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here today. It's been such a wonderful time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, the two of you, for sharing with us today. Thanks, guys. Everybody have a great holiday season. Thank you.
Lester Rugg and Irena Grasso are two of our favorite volunteers here from the Senior Center that never miss an episode, and they never miss an opportunity for a laugh. Before we check out their last segment for 2017, let's take a trip down memory lane with some highlights from their segments from throughout the year.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lester Rugg. I'm here with Irena Grasso, my associate. You know, we ought to toast just one more time to
Happy August.
Happy August and happy days.
And see you in September.
Right. Emphasize, have a happy Flag Month. And on that note,
See you next
all.
month. Happy
And
tea.
Happy tea time for all of you.
See you all next month.
Hi, folks. Want to take a moment. Beware the Ides of March. Hi, folks. A warm holiday greeting to you all. You know, it's hard to believe that the winter is upon us and we're getting ready to embrace 2018. Here at the Senior Center, we celebrate life and we're a great source of comfort for all of our adults who pass through our doors on a daily basis. The senior community embodies women, men, husbands, and wives from so many different walks of life. And we laugh together, we share and we grow, we discover and we support, we cry and we embrace. Actually, we laugh a lot too. And now for some news, updates and announcements. Irena, what's happening?
The center will be closed on New Year's Day, Monday, January 1st. The center will be closed on Martin Luther King Day on January 15th. The COA board meeting will be on Tuesday, January 9th at 10 a.m. The blood pressure clinic will include cholesterol checkup by appointment, and a special reminder, come and celebrate the Chinese Lunar New Year on Saturday, January 13th from 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. There will be entertainment, lunch, and some education, and tickets are only $6. And the sign-up begins Friday, December 29th. Make sure you sign up early. Lester!
Oh, what's happening? We've got some new classes, by the way, for you to try out in 2018. On Tuesday, we'll have chair yoga for an hour at 10 a.m. It's kind of a non-invasive exercise. On Thursday, there will be Mahjong for beginners. Lois DiNapoli will be chairing that, and 12:30 to 3:30. Also on Thursday, we'll have a memoirs writing class from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. I have to say that this is a new direction and something that might be kind of stimulating. Everyone has a story. And on Wednesday, we'll be continuing our new chorus sing-along group at 12:30. And the girl that's in charge is a fantastic, enthusiastic individual that gets us all whipped up. Irena, tell us more.
Okay. The Triad group will meet on Tuesday the 16th at 11 a.m. The Friends of the North Andover Senior Center will meet on Wednesday the 31st at 4 p.m. The massage therapist will be at the center on Friday, January 12th from 9 a.m. till noon. So sign up because it's by appointment only. Let's go shopping. On the Monday, the 22nd, we'll be taking a trip to the Rockingham Mall from 1 to 3 p.m. If you'd like more information about any of these events, you can call the Senior Center Reception Desk at 978-688-9560. Lester, anything else?
Well, for all of us, you know, in reflection, the Senior Center staff and ourselves would like to wish you all a wonderful new year filled with the abundance of joy and treasured moments. Blessings to you all in 2018. Oh, guess what? How about a little sip of champagne and wish you a Happy New Year, my dear? And how about some noisemakers?
Chet Jackson, the former assistant principal at North Andover High School, stepped into his new role as principal this past September. We caught up with him shortly after his new position was announced.
The search for a new North Andover High School principal came to a close earlier this month as School Superintendent Dr. Jennifer Price announced the final choice, current high school assistant principal for academics, Chet Jackson.
My name is Chet Jackson, originally from East Hartford, Connecticut. Grew up there, went to East Hartford High School. Went to college at Boston College, graduated in 1997 with a degree in finance before transitioning after a couple of years in business to education at Greater Lawrence Technical High School. I taught math there and coached boys basketball for my duration there, including a 4-year spell with the varsity basketball team. Came to North Andover back in 2007. Been here for 10 years as assistant principal.
We asked Mr. Jackson what excited him most about his new job and also what he sees to be his biggest challenge taking over the top spot at North Andover High.
What excites me most is getting an opportunity to work with different teams in the school, an administrative team, leadership team, and most of all, the wonderful students here, to help move and educate our students and faculty forward. I think when you get into this profession, started off to get to it to teach kids and spend time and helping them learn and develop. And as we've moved on as an administrator, we've been looking to really help work with faculty on how to make the kids' experiences in this town and this community better. Biggest challenge is being a first principal, not knowing what you don't know about the job. I think learning and growing. Fortunate enough to have support from an experienced superintendent who was an experienced high school principal in her past. And I think we have a great team in North Andover with the central office staff. But I think just finding out, getting new to the job, building those relationships that need to be built with people that I may not have them yet.
And now he's striving towards continuing the school's tradition of achievement and excellence.
The work we do within the classroom and co-curricular is one of the things that make North Andover special. I think having an opportunity, while I've been here for 10 years, I've done some work with the teachers behind the scenes that have a great deal of success with DECA, with robotics. I think anytime we can have some authentic, real-life experiences, as also been outlined with our district leadership team here, and our strategic plan is to really cultivate and allow for more experiences in the world that prepare kids to be college and career ready.
Jackson will begin his new position on July 1st. He takes over from current interim principal Deborah Holman, who was brought in after the departure of longtime principal Carla Scazzarella at the end of the 2015-2016 school year.
The Sargent School's Fun Run, their biggest fundraiser of the year, was held on Friday, October 13th, and the Journal was there to capture all the action.
So today is the Sargent School Fun Run. It's our annual event where we do our most biggest fundraiser for the school. It's run by our PTO, that's organized by our PTO and our physical education staff. And basically the only ingredient that you have to bring to the table is fun. That's why we call it the Fun Run. I asked the kids, does anybody like to have fun? Well, then you came to the right school when you came to Sargent School. And the kids will stop after every lap they do and get a check mark on their back. And then that's the pledge forms that the parents will donate $1 a lap or whatever they feel. And they've been super generous to us. So it's a really win-win for everyone involved. And a day like today, how can you lose?
All the money that we raise today goes right back to the school. It goes into various things, like we've purchased playground equipment. It goes into funding for the teachers for their individual classrooms. It goes into enrichment activities for our kids and the authors we decide to bring in during the year. This is where it all happens. So the money raised today, parents and friends and family can pledge a flat donation, or they can pledge per lap. And let me tell you, these kids are running hard. There was one kid I saw with 48 laps. So if you pledge per lap, Get ready to write that check.
So the tables are, we have a water station, so everyone brings their water bottles, but there's definitely kids that forget them or they run out of water, they've drank too much, so we provide them with water. We also have a popsicle station. When everything is said and done, we end up having them come over and they get a popsicle, a treat afterwards. We did reach out to some of the neighbors. In particular, we had reached out to one of them, Mary, who's wonderful, who's been here for years, and she's such a huge supporter of us and the kids. And she was so happy. She came out and she was watching with us, and she's cheering them on. It's wonderful to see just such her to embrace this community.
They're really something. I can say from my heart, these are adorable, healthy kids. But this is the first time that I've seen second graders and kindergartners run like crazy, okay? And I'm glad that, I'm able to see it and enjoy it. It's quite an event, but I really mean it. This is wonderful. It's like a great event.
The 8th grade went above and beyond this year for the annual science fair. Due to the large class size, the event was held at North Andover High School for the first time. In the following clips, let's take a quick look at some of their hard work.
Hi, my name is Kara Larkham, and I am the STEM Curriculum Coordinator for North Andover Public Schools. We're here tonight at the 4th annual STEM exhibition of the 8th grade class at North Andover Middle School. This is the first year that we're holding it at the high school, and it's been a great opportunity for students to come and see the high school. And our AP science students are the ones who judge the finalists. This year, students have really turned it up a notch. They've expanded their research, starting off at the library and picking some really fantastic projects to explore over about a 3-month span, culminating in tonight's exhibition.
Some of the projects have been absolutely amazing, and one that struck me as one I could relate to was the difference between coffee and water and what kept you up at night, and I thought that was interesting. And then we have some amazing ones with when you get hacked and what gets you hacked with your technology, and I also found that very interesting and a little scary. But anyway, it's been a phenomenal event, and we look forward to doing it next year too.
This year's actual award goes to a project with the title, It's All in Your Head. This is Kate Lovett.
The name of the project is Oil Spills. Isabel Goering and Cornelia.
This year's winners are 3 gentlemen that worked on geothermal heating and cooling systems. This is Sam DeSalvo, Peter Martel, and Will.
Engineering is a growing field, becoming more and more important with each passing year. And so I'm very pleased to make this award to Nick Krukamini and Eli Brown.
In biology, this year, the effects of UV light on bacteria, the cold picture,
I'm Barry Connell. I'm an 8th grade science teacher at North Andover Middle School, and I can't tell you how inspiring it is to see what these kids do, given an opportunity to select the topic and pursue the things that they're most interested in. It's been a great science fair. We can't wait to do it again next year.
Another faithful contributor to the show is our wonderful superintendent, Dr. Jennifer Price. It's great having her segments on the show, giving us education updates right from the source. Let's check out her final segment for the year.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Price, the Superintendent of Schools, and for this segment of the Journal, I'm going to talk about a lot that's going on in the North Andover Public Schools, but I want to begin by wishing everyone out there a happy holidays. This is always such a wonderful time of year to be able to spend with your friends and family. And you know, North Andover is a special place, and it's always around the holidays that you feel that kind of strong sense of community. So happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas. I hope you really enjoy this time of year. A few exciting things going on here in North Andover Public Schools, the most exciting of which is that we have a new superintendent, Mr. Greg Gilligan. We're so excited that he is now the assistant superintendent, is going to become the superintendent. I really applaud the school committee for their search process. And it's really exciting that Mr. Gilligan is going to be the next superintendent. I'm personally very excited that I'm going to be able to pass the baton to him in a very thoughtful way over the next 6 months. He's done such incredible work here in terms of teaching and learning, and it's exciting that that work is going to be able to continue. So congratulations, Greg, and I know the entire community of North Andover is so excited that you're going to be the next superintendent. A few other things that are going on. As you may or may not know, we've awarded the contract to the Triumph Construction Company, and they are going to be building the new ECC, where we're going to be adding 16K classrooms to the current preschool over at the ECC space. That is due to open in September. We are on track, on schedule. It's really exciting. It's also kind of crazy that this building is going to be built off-site in a modular factory in Pennsylvania. Will be delivered here this June and be dropped down. From all reports, the actual delivery takes only 3 days. So yes, the building is happening. I know not much is happening up there right now on the site, but we will be opening up a new pre-K building in September, which we're all very excited about. And lastly, one thing I just wanted to let folks know is Massachusetts has been recognized by our country as leading the nation in terms of public schools. Massachusetts, from a whole bunch of different ways, has been really seen as the top public school system in the country, whether that be AP scores, PISA, which is an international test, SAT scores. Massachusetts is really kind of at the front of our public schools in our country. And the state of Massachusetts has actually reached out to 70 communities here in Massachusetts to say, you know, among our communities, we would like to talk to you about how you are leading Massachusetts. And North Andover was one of those communities that the Department of Education reached out to. And we're going to be launching a brand new part of our website entitled Leading the Nation. We're going to talk a lot about RAISE and our support of teaching and learning here, and also our support of social emotional learning. And I encourage you to take a look at our website. That'll be launched early next week, but it really talks about how North Andover is leading the nation. And it's exciting to see when we put it all in one place that the North Andover Public Schools are at the cutting edge of in a whole bunch of different ways here. And that as we are leading Massachusetts, Massachusetts is leading the nation. So again, happy holidays. Thank you so much. And as always, thank you for your continued support of the North Andover Public Schools.
The town hall held an open house on Sunday, March 26th. Senator Bruce Tarr was there to talk about the new renovations and to congratulate the town manager, the selectmen, and the decorating committee on a job well done.
This town hall has always been an important part of the life of the community, and it's always been a place where people can get good, responsive, effective government from the folks that work in it. But now the building has been elevated to really match the people that have been in it and serving us for so long. We now have this incredibly beautiful, aesthetically pleasing building, but one which is organized around efficiency and effectiveness as well, to make sure that when any of us have to deal with town government, we have a place that we can come where we know we'll be welcomed, we know our concerns will be able to be addressed efficiently, and we can feel the pride of this community that is reflected in the way that this building looks and as it reflects on the community. So we wanted to come by and say a particular word of thanks. Now we know that there are many historic things that are on the walls here. We were, for instance, just looking at the photo of Barker's Farm, which is incredible, that's in the planning department, and that's so well placed, and again, reflective of the work and the thought that's put into how this building's been decorated by Rosemary and her team. But we do have a couple of other things to put on the walls, just to commemorate what's happened here. So first of all, from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to the town of North Andover, a citation that reads, "On behalf of the citizens of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I am pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation in recognition of the grand opening of your newly renovated town hall, this 26th day of March in the year 2017, by Charles D. Baker, Governor of the Commonwealth, and by Karen E. Polito, Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth. And I know you're going to ask this. I looked to see if there was any more local aid under this. There isn't, but I'm sure some will follow. So here's number one. Congratulations. And from Senator O'Connor Ives and I, we do have a citation from all of us in the Senate that reads, "Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to the town of North Andover in recognition of the grand opening of your newly renovated and spectacular town hall. And be it further known that the Massachusetts Senate extends its best wishes for continued success, that this citation be duly signed by the President of the Senate and attested to, and a copy thereof transmitted by the Clerk of the Senate." This is signed by our Senate President, Stan Rosenberg. It's attested to by our Clerk, William F. Welch, and it is proudly offered by Senator Kathleen O'Connor Ives and myself on March 26th of 2017. And Katie sent the very best from her office, Dennis. I'm pleased to be here with him because I just want to editorialize for one moment and say that the collaboration that takes place inside these walls is very important. And to our legislative delegation, the collaboration that we undertake is very important. And so we feel a certain synergy with what happens in this building. We have a legislative delegation that doesn't look at town boundaries, that doesn't look at political parties. It looks at doing the right thing for the people of North Andover, and we're very proud of that, and that's why we're very proud to bring this citation as well today. Hear, hear.
Well, the town of North Andover was added to the list of certified green communities by the Mass Department of Energy Resources. In addition to the green communities recognition, the town also received a grant of almost $170,000, a grant which was delivered in person by Massachusetts Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito.
It's a great honor today to welcome Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito. Thank you very much for coming.
Our mission as an administration is to build a stronger Commonwealth. And when we came into office, we had to figure out how are we going to do that. And we knew, as former selectmen, both the governor and I, that we would not do it from the State House at Beacon Hill. We would do that at the grassroots level through every single city and town in this Commonwealth. I'm a native of Massachusetts. My parents are too, and my children are being raised here. And for me as a mom, I want my kids to be able to have an opportunity in this Commonwealth to find a good job, to make sure that their kids someday have a good school to go to, and they have a safe and healthy community in which to live. We have all that in our communities, and being a green community is part of a healthy community. We will have achieved our job when that next generation has that chance.
I'm really excited to be here. Today, at this event, we're honoring 3 communities, North Andover, Salisbury, and Rockport. But they're part of a group of 30 new green communities, which is the largest round of new green communities since the program started in 2010. So we are pretty excited to have this many new green communities. I also want to say I'm excited because I'm a resident of North Andover, so this is a terrific place to live, and I'm so thrilled that North Andover is now a green community because it provides so many benefits.
It's interesting as we think about these 3 communities. I know as one of the very proud members of the North Andover legislative delegation how many times we've been in this room and how many times I've been in a room like it in Rockport, when people talk about a vision for the future of the community and how they care about each other and how they want to move things forward. And what's amazing about that is we as a Commonwealth have a very ambitious agenda when it comes to energy conservation and developing renewable resources. And so that vision is one that depends on participation and collaboration at the municipal level.
I just want to take a moment really quickly to commend the town of North Andover Board of Selectmen in particular for their work on making sure that we as state legislators know what's needed in the town of North Andover regarding open space. I know that the last meeting that we had, Senator Tarr was there alongside of the rest of the North Andover delegation. And when we were at the last meeting with the Board of Selectmen, one of the number one priorities of this Board of Selectmen was to make sure that we were preserving open space, preserving our clean, green environment that we have here, talking about community preservation funds and ways to improve the North Andover community in that manner. And I know that we also couldn't do anything without the support of an amazing administration when it comes to this issue. I want to thank Lieutenant Governor Polito for the several times that she's come out to North Andover to assist in the area of finances, which we greatly appreciate.
The town will receive a designation grant of $169,390 to help fund these and other measures. So please come forward and receive your award.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Get in here. We love each other.
The annual Selectmen's Breakfast was held at the Senior Center on Friday, December 15th. Every year, the Selectmen, along with the town manager, get together to cook breakfast for other town officials and employees. Let's check out the package and see if our Selectmen would make the cut on Master Chef.
Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everyone's having a great holiday season, enjoying all that the town of North Andover has to offer. There's so many great facilities around. Check out the Stevens Coolidge House and all the lights on the commons. I hope everyone, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hope everyone has a prosperous and great 2018. Thank you.
Happy holidays from the North Andover Board of Selectmen. So thank you to everyone from town for coming here today and actually for everything they do all year long. So this is our nice way of saying thank you, and we can never say it enough. So
Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to everybody, and Happy New Year. We wish you and your family a great and prosperous New Year, and thank you for being the great citizens that you are in North Andover.
Happy holidays, North Andover. Hope to see you soon.
Hi everyone, this is Regina Keene wishing you a happy holidays and a great new year. Hope you have some time over the next couple of weeks to enjoy a lot of the great festivities going on around town. And hope you have some great time with your family, and just wishing you the best. Take care.
Hello everybody, we're wishing you and your families and everybody you know throughout North Andover and wherever they live a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday from all of us here at the Town Government of North Andover.
Happy holidays from the North Andover Police Department.
And my name is Joe LeBlanc. I'm your District Director of Veteran Services for North Andover Boxford. And I just want to shout out to all the active duty service members, veterans, and their family members in the local community. And happy holidays and Happy New Year. Best wishes to you and your family.
Merry Christmas to everyone in North Andover, and especially to all the kids in our North Andover schools. Merry Christmas.
Hello, I'm John Tierney. I'm at the Christmas breakfast for the town of North Andover. I'm also the founder of the Food Bank of Andover, serving the Merrimack Valley. We're looking for people that need food for the winter. So if you know anyone that could use some help, let us know. We're also sponsored by Stop and Shop, North Andover, Route 114. The manager has been more than willing to give us well over $500,000 of food a year. We've been doing this for roughly about 4 years, and we enjoy helping the town of North Andover.
Well, that was a nice trip down memory lane.
I think it was. We have a lot going on in this town.
We do. It's a really cozy place. There's such a nice sense of community, and I just feel like there's always something to look forward to, and the people are great.
There's always something great to report on, too.
Very true. We are here at North Andover Cam so happy to be bringing you the news every month, and though we don't see each other often, we're switching off, and we're just glad to be back together, reunited.
Reunited, and it's understood.
And it feels so good.
Feels so good.
So we want to make sure you guys realize that we're on social media, not just on the CAM website or YouTube. You can be sure to follow us on social media and keep up with all of the happenings at North Andover CAM and your co-hosts here.
Absolutely. We want to see you on there.
We do.
Yeah. And as always, if you have a news story or an idea for a segment, you want to email us at thejournal@northandovercam.org.
That will wrap things up for us for this episode and for this calendar year. Please be sure to join us again in 2018. Wishing everyone at home a happy and safe new year.
Happy New Year.